Let's talk about Chapter 5. Now, we will explain in detail food allergy management in the family and school. Food allergies affect human life starting from infancy, childhood, and even in the mother's womb. The quality of life of children with food allergies can be improved by identifying which food they are allergic to. It is necessary to pay attention to the nutrition of individuals with food allergies from a very young age and to remove the foods that children are allergic to from their diets. Also, it is necessary to accustom all family members to this new diet and to ensure that adequate and balanced nutrition for child. However, this is a very stressful situation for the family as it is a long and patient process. For parents with allergic children, shopping for food can be time consuming and frustrating. Eating out is a risky and has a negative impact on social life. Parents feel guilty when their child has an allergic reaction. Parents especially find it is stressful to constantly be attentive to their young children and feel guilty when their child has an allergic reaction. In short, parents, school, child, and social environment have important duties in the management of food allergies. It is one of the most important responsibilities of families to notify the child's allergies to the relevant people, such as caregivers, close relatives and friends, school relevant staff, and teachers. It's very important to educate the child about the management of food allergies in the following points. Foods that are safe and unsafe for the child. Strategies to avoid exposure to unsafe foods. Allergic reaction symptoms. How and when to tell an adult that he/she may have an allergy problem. Teaching how to read food labels in accordance with their age. All family members should be good label readers to avoid allergens. Food ingredients and manufacturing processes can change, so it's important to read labels every time, even for foods that have been safely consumed in the past. At home, cross contact of safe foods with the allergen should be avoided. For example, a knife used in peanut butter followed by jam may leave peanut residue in the jam jar, which can cause a reaction when the jam is used another day. Care should be taken against cross contact when preparing food and using cutting boards, mixing spoons, and heating pads. In restaurants, the allergen should be carefully discussed with the waiter to make sure it is not a component or contaminant of the child's food. Bringing safe food from home for school can prevent problems with school meals. A family member with a food allergy should always have two epinephrine auto-injectors with him in case of a severe reaction, in case one fails to work or a second dose is needed. Wherever the individual is, the location of epinephrine should always be known. Easy access should be provided and how to administer it. Time is of the essence in an allergic reaction. If an individual develops severe allergic symptoms such as difficulty breathing or throat tightness, the epinephrine auto-injector should be used immediately. Then the emergency call number of the country where the person is located should be called and the person should seek medical care. Children may be fitted with a medical alert bracelet. The doctor can create an allergy action plan to help treat an allergic reaction. This plan should be shared with anyone who needs to know, such as relatives, school officials, and courts. Studies have shown that in schools, 1 out of every 5 students with food allergies experiences an allergic reaction, and that 25% of severe food allergy reactions are experienced by students without a known food allergy. In schools, it is important to provide a safe educational environment for students with food allergies and to minimize the risks. Schools are responsible for the health and safety of children. Therefore, students' food allergies should be known. What can be done for this kind of student can be as follows. A food allergy management plan should be established in schools. Canteen and cafeteria personnel should be trained on food allergies and contribute to their professional development. Besides, children should be encouraged to wash their hands before and after handling or consuming food. Furthermore, students with food allergies should be supported to become good food label readers. The use of legally defined allergens in classroom projects, parties, holidays, and celebrations, arts, crafts, scientific experiments, cooking, snacks, or prizes should be avoided. Parents and the school nurse should be informed before any activity in the classroom that may involve food or known allergens. If there are students with allergies in the classrooms, students should not be allowed to share meals among themselves. It is important that during meal or snack service, surfaces should be kept clean to avoid cross contact of allergens. Parents, the school nurse, and other appropriate school personnel should be contacted to provide the food allergy management plan. Food allergy emergencies should be prepared and responded to quickly. In case of any suspected allergic reaction or exposure to a known allergen, the school administrator and school nurse should be contacted. An epinephrine auto-injector should be administered by designated and trained personnel if a severe food allergy reaction or anaphylaxis is suspected. The emergency medical system should be called immediately after administering the epinephrine auto-injector. The last, but not the least, student responsibilities should be considered. Not sharing food with friends, not eating anything with unknown ingredients or allergen content. Be active in the care and management of their own food allergies and reactions according to their level of development. To inform an adult when they think that they are eating an allergic food. It is the student's responsibility to carry a tag bracelet indicating that he/she is allergic. This is the end of chapter 5. Thanks for your attention. Let's start chapter 6. Lastly, we will talk about in detail the results and suggestions. In recent years, food allergies are recognized as a rising problem for public health. Therefore, access to information about potential allergens found in a food product is essential. The declaration of 14 food allergens is mandatory by EU legislations. The basic principle in protection from allergy is to identify the factor that causes allergy and to cut off contact with it. Consumption of food outside the home poses a risk for individuals with food allergies, since a significant portion of the meals are consumed outside in parallel with the change in consumption habits. Food business operators are legally responsible for allergens not specified on the product label and for the inadequacy or non-application of the allergen control program. Food allergen risk management is key to ensuring the safety of customers with food allergies. If we talk about the suggestions for food businesses, we can say the followings. Food business operators should establish and implement an allergen control program in their businesses to protect both themselves and consumers. The most common cause of allergic reaction is due to allergens not listed on the label. For this reason, food business operators should exactly make allergen warnings in accordance with the legislation and the label notification. Furthermore, allergen notifications in materials such as menus, banners, and posters should be understandable for customers. It should be ensured that the food delivered to the customer with allergies meets the demands ordered. Another of the most common causes of allergic reaction is incorrect allergen declarations in the menus of collective consumption food businesses. For this reason, food business operators should meticulously make allergen notifications in accordance with the legislation. Food businesses should promptly update allergen notices on menus whenever recipes change or any change in ingredients. Awareness level of kitchen staff about allergens should be increased with routine trainings. A team should be established and a team leader appointed to address all food allergens and related questions and ensure all staff know this. Employees should be warned about the risks of cross-contamination and how to control them. Non-allergic food should be prepared and served in a separate area from allergens. When a customer requests a meal free of an allergen, staff should follow these suggestions. Firstly, thoroughly clean your worktops and all the equipment used. This includes chopping boards, mixers, bowls, pots, pans, griddles, knives, and other utensils. Secondly, use plenty of detergent and hot water. Third, ensure staff wash their hands thoroughly with soap and water before they prepare the meal and that they avoid touching other foods until they have finished preparing them. Fourth, do not use equipment which is encrusted with carbonized food residues such as a wok. Fifth, dismantle equipment as appropriate so you can remove all allergen residues. Sixth, assemble all the ingredients and check the labeling and recipes to ensure none of them is allergenic. Seventh, don't cook allergen-free food in oil that has already been used to cook other foods. Eighth, be aware of the risks of cross-contamination. Ninth, once the non-allergenic meal is ready, keep it covered, labeled, and deliver it separately to the customer. Suppliers should be asked to report any change in the food's ingredients. All food allergens must be stored separately and in lidded containers marked or color-coded. If we talk about the suggestions for consumers, we can say the following. Consumers with food allergies should have good label readers to avoid substances they are sensitive to. Food allergens should be strictly avoided and allergens should be excluded from the diet to manage food allergy. It should be taken into account that there may be trace amounts of allergens in different foods. Individuals with allergies should definitely explain their allergies and get information about the allergen content of the food when they will consume food outside the home. Consumption of food should be avoided in high-risk environments where buffet meals are served, where food may be cross-contaminated by other customers. Since there may be a risk of malnutrition in people with more than one food allergy, these individuals should be fed according to the diet plan prepared by a dietitian. When eggs and milk, which are the most frequently allergic and rich in nutrients in children, are excluded from the diet, foods that can replace them should be added to the diet. For example, in children with allergies to milk and its products, calcium needs should be met from different foods, for example, almonds, lentils, vegetables. If a food allergy is suspected, a doctor should be consulted. Growth and development follow-ups of children with food allergies should be under the control of a doctor. It's the end of the chapter 6. Thanks for your attention.